Before we begin, pause for a moment. Imagine life as a small boat on a vast ocean. The water looks calm right now, but the next wave is unseen. This is covertly where Kabir begins. He reminds us not to be arrogant, not to mock others, because none of us knows what the next moment holds. Status, wealth, beauty, strength, all of it rises and falls like waves. What stands today may vanish tomorrow. Saint Kabir then points to something far deeper, the truth, not as an idea, but as a way of living. Where truth lives, fear slowly dissolves. Where truth lives, the divine is quietly present. This is not a talk meant to impress the mind. It is meant to touch something within you, to make you reflect, soften, and become aware. So listen, not as a listener, but as a witness. Because what follows is not just poetry, it is a mirror.
Today's couplet of Saint Kabir is: Kabir says, do not be proud and never laugh at anyone. Your boat has entered the ocean, and no one knows what may happen next. This can be said as do not be arrogant and do not ridicule others. Always remember that as long as you live, you are still in this sea of existence. Your future is unknown. The future is uncertain. Anything can happen at any time. Another couplet of Saint Kabir is: There is no discipline greater than truth, and no sin greater than falsehood. In the heart where truth lives, there the divine lives. This can be understood like this. Truth is the highest form of spiritual discipline. Falsehood is the greatest sin. Only in the heart that holds truth, that maintains truthfulness, the divine presence is awakened, and the divine presence is felt. So let us begin with the first couplet. Kabir says, do not be proud. Saint Kabir says that in life, a person should never feel pride over any of their actions. One should not consider anyone as lower than oneself, and should never laugh at the actions of others. One should not give pain to anyone in any form. We must understand that we have all come from emptiness. All of us originate from emptiness. When we have come from emptiness, then what kind of pride can exist? In emptiness, pride does not exist at all. So pride should not exist within us either. Always understand that your origin is from emptiness. And when the time comes, you will merge back into emptiness. So why feel proud? We are all one. Pride comes only to the one who sees himself as separate from others. He thinks, I am great. I have more wealth. My position is higher than others. But he does not understand that all this is just a momentary play. Understand it like this. If some amount of water turns into ice, And the I starts believing that I am different from water, and stays in pride thinking I am very strong while water is liquid. Then with a change in temperature, that ice will also become water again. So do not see yourself as separate from others. And do not mock or laugh at anyone. When a person gets wealth and position, pride comes to an ordinary person. The person does not understand that in a short time, the condition of others can also improve. They too can get wealth. Their position can also rise. When a person understands this, pride does not arise. If even then one remains arrogant, then in a short time that pride gets completely shattered. When pride gets shattered, the pain becomes extreme. The mind suffers deeply. So to protect yourself from suffering, do not become proud when you receive wealth and position. Thank the Divine that you have been given wealth and position, and look at others with respect. If you are a ripe fruit is always sweet, and even when it hangs on the tree, it always bends downward. Now understand this. The ocean stays at the lowest level, yet it is the most vast. If you become free from pride, then there will be no end to your vastness. You will be able to absorb everything within yourself. We are all in the same boat of this world. We are all in the ocean. In the ocean, you cannot sense when a storm may come or when a tsunami may arise. When we are in this ocean of the world, we are always in an unstable state. In life, a storm can come at any time. An earthquake can come at any time. And in such moments, just as everything becomes nothing, we too can fall into a state of nothingness. Circumstances in life are always changing. Today you are healthy. You do not know that tomorrow you may become completely unwell. Today you are traveling in a big vehicle. Tomorrow anything can happen. In an accident, even your hands or legs can break. So in this world, like the ocean, everything is always unstable. Our boat is in this ocean of the world. And what may happen, and when it may happen, is very difficult to say. In life, problems can come related to wealth and property. Problems can come in our relationships. Problems can come at our workplace as well. Because this is a vast ocean. Nothing can be predicted. The situation is such that in this ocean, we are like waves. Some waves rise very high. Some waves rise less high. And in a short time, they return to their lower state. They merge back into the ocean. To feel proud for a momentary state is nothing but foolishness. In the end, everyone reaches the same place. Just as waves arise from the ocean, after some time they merge back into it. In life, anything can happen at any time. If you are proud of your wealth, robbers and thieves can steal all of it. In conflicts and disputes, everything can get destroyed. You cannot even sense when war may begin or how situations may turn bad. In a moment, you can fall into a state of nothingness. This life is extremely unstable. In such an unstable life, pride is only foolishness. In this entire universe, we are no more than a tiny straw. Whenever you feel pride rising within you, compare yourself with this universe. In this vast universe, our position is equal to a blade of grass. When you truly experience this, pride will never arise in you. In this world, everything keeps changing. Nothing is permanent. Understand it like this. From the wood of a tree, a chair is made. If that wood thinks, I have become a chair, how great I am. In a short time, that chair will break. The same wood that came from the tree will return to the soil. We are all born from the soil, and into the soil we will return. A proud person shows pride only to impress others. If a person realizes this, the food that I eat, others eat the same. The air that I breathe, others breathe the same air. The water that I drink, others drink the same water. Whether someone is rich or poor, all are the same. The Divine has created everyone the same. Everyone has the same needs. So there is no purpose at all in being proud. We are like a boat in this ocean. And no one can sense when the boat may sink. Therefore, one should never be proud in life. One should not laugh at a poorer person by looking at their clothes, by looking at their food habits, or by looking at their condition. From the depth of the heart, understand this. We are all one. If you have more than others, thank the Divine from your heart. Because the Divine has given you this. And the Divine can take it away as well. Everything is under the control of the Divine. The Divine can do anything. So from the depth of your heart, see everyone as equal to yourself. As much as possible, keep compassion for others. And help others. There is a small story. In a city, there was a very beautiful courtesan. Every person in the city wanted to go to her. Many people in the city kept waiting just to get her attention. But this courtesan liked a monk very much. She became deeply attracted to the monk and invited him to come to her. But the monk said, "It is your desire that is calling me. You consider yourself beautiful. You live in beautiful clothes. You spread attractive fragrances on your body. Through your desire, you are trying to attract me as well. As long as desire exists within you, I will not come to you. When your desire becomes zero, when you truly need me, then I will surely come to you. You have so much wealth and resources. Yet you do not understand that everything can end at any moment." But due to pride, the courtesan could not understand all this. Within a few years, her beauty faded away. When her beauty became nothing, the people of the city stopped coming to her. Slowly, she became unattractive. In a short time, she became ill. She got tuberculosis and became completely alone. The workers who were with her also left her and went away. Now she became desperate even for a piece of bread and water. At that time, the same monk who was passing by saw her and came to her on his own. He fulfilled all her needs. Then he said, "Now your desire is not calling me. The divine that sits within you needs me now. So I will help you completely. Now your boat is sinking in the ocean. When you were in good circumstances, if you had taken care of your boat, this miserable state would not have come. If you had not been proud, if even while doing your profession you had stayed united with the divine, then you could have understood the reality of life." So the monk said, "Everyone in this world lives just like you. In happiness, no one remembers the divine. When suffering comes, only then do tears flow. When the boat starts shaking and begins to sink, only then does restlessness arise in the heart." Then the monk said, "Everyone remembers the divine in sorrow. No one remembers the divine in happiness. If one remembers the divine in happiness, then why would sorrow come? Therefore, when happiness comes in life, one should not become proud. One should remember the divine. One should experience the witness within. When you live with the divine, slowly you will experience the witness. Whatever your profession may be, surrender yourself to the divine. The witness within you sees everything. When through the witness as the seer, the seen is observed, And when in life the witness, the seer, and the seen become one, then divinity of Shiva arises. Then true knowledge arises. If you live in this state in life, then no matter how many storms come in the ocean, your boat will not sink, and it will surely reach the other shore. That is why one should never be proud in life. One should stay with the witness and keep remembering the divine. In this alone lies happiness and peace. The second couplet is: there is no discipline greater than truth, and no sin greater than falsehood. In whose heart truth lives, in that heart the divine lives. Here, the word truth means truth itself. Truth alone is real spiritual discipline. Truth itself is the form of the divine. Lies and falsehood are sin. Peace exists only in truth. Where there is truth, the divine resides. Another name of the divine is truth itself. If truth enters life, there is nothing greater than this. That is why it is said, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Truth is the form of God. From truth, essence of Shiva arises. From the divine comes Shiva, meaning peace arises. The state of Shiv nature comes. When a state of being Shiva comes, a person becomes beautiful. Here, beauty does not mean physical beauty. Beauty means that you can create beautiful actions and expressions. When Shiv nature comes, knowledge comes. You can read the Vedas. You can read the Upanishads. You can sing beautifully. You can dance in devotion to the divine. After truth, when the nature of Shiva appears, only then all this becomes possible. When essence of Shiva comes from truth, knowledge awakens within a person. From that knowledge comes prosperity. From prosperity comes wisdom and clarity. Physical radiance appears. Mental growth happens. And a person attains long life. So everything comes from truth alone. Truth itself is the supreme divine. There is no discipline equal to truth. If you do not adopt truth and move toward falsehood, that itself becomes sin. In whose heart truth has entered, honesty has come, the divine has come, essence of Shiva has come. In that heart, everything arrives. In that person's life, prosperity comes. Radiance comes. Wisdom and clarity come. Everything comes. From truth alone comes divinity of Shiva. And that Shiv nature is peace. When peace itself is emptiness, You can remain peaceful only when there is no problem. That is the state of emptiness. And when you are empty, everything comes to you. If there is essence of Shiva in your mind, you are empty. You are in a state of peace. You are like a still body. So peaceful, as if lifeless. When this state arises, the inner energy within you, the Kundalini power, which is the form of Parvati, which is the form of energy, slowly passes through different centers and reaches Shiva. Then Shiva and Shakti unite. When Parvati, as energy, meets her Shiva, then Shiva dances. This dance of Shiva is the state of awareness. Understand it another way. When you are in truth, you are in Shiva. When you are in Shiva, the energy in the form of Parvati comes to you. When the energy comes, you dance. That dance is the dance of Shiva. This dance of Shiva is the growth of awareness. And as awareness grows, you become one with the divine. You become one with the witness. You yourself become the witness. This witnessing awareness, Shiva consciousness, slowly passes through the crown center and merges into the universe and meets the unstruck sound. The unstruck sound is also the power of the divine. When your awareness merges with the unstruck sound, you reach a great state. You become one with the divine. You move from Savikalpa Samadhi or ecstasy to Nirvikalpa Samadhi or ecstasy. Through this, you attain supreme knowledge. Your intellect fully develops. You rise above birth and death. Your state becomes the state of liberation. All this is the glory of truth. By living in truth, a person becomes the witness. Lives with the divine. There is nothing greater than this. There is no discipline equal to truth. If you live in falsehood or lies, that itself is sin. In whose heart there is truth, there is essence of Shiva. That alone is the form of the witness. And that alone is the supreme divine. Through this story, you can clearly understand how much power there is in truth. On the seashore, there was a large banana tree. A monkey used to come to that tree every day. The monkey ate bananas and became healthy and strong. Under the same tree, a crocodile also used to come. When the crocodile saw the monkey would throw some bananas to him. The crocodile would happily eat the bananas. He also felt very good. Slowly, a deep friendship developed between the crocodile and the monkey. Whenever the monkey came, the crocodile also came. The monkey ate bananas and also gave bananas to the crocodile. One day, the crocodile said, "My wife feels very happy when she sees me. So I told her that I have a friend, a monkey, who feeds me bananas." The crocodile's wife said, "Bring him home." The crocodile's wife said to the crocodile, "I want to eat his heart." The crocodile became very angry, but he bowed before his wife and said, "I will bring the monkey." One day, he said to the monkey, "My wife is calling you. She has sent an invitation for you to come to my home." The monkey happily went and sat on the back of the crocodile. And the crocodile started taking him to his home. When they reached halfway, because the crocodile had eaten bananas and was indebted, and the monkey had never fed him bananas out of selfishness, there was truth in the monkey's heart. And the crocodile had also tasted that truth. The crocodile said, "My wife wants to eat your heart. That is why she has sent the invitation." The monkey did not get frightened. When there is truth, intelligence also develops. So the monkey said, "I have kept my heart on the tree. I am going without my heart. So let us go back, and I will take my heart from the tree." The crocodile turned back. When they reached near the banana tree, the monkey jumped onto his tree and saved himself. When you live in truth and keep selfless friendship, the divine helps you in every way. There is no discipline equal to truth. Through truth, even animals develop intelligence. If a human lives in truth, how much the intellect can develop is beyond description. This is a very loving story. In a small family, a husband and wife lived with great love. They had only one child. Now the child had become 8 or 9 years old. Every year, when the summer holidays came, the child would go with his parents to his grandmother's house. He went every year. This time, their financial condition was not good. So the parents said that this year they would not go to the grandmother's house. The child started insisting. So the parents decided to send him alone to his grandmother. He had to go by train. The journey was of 2 hours. They bought the ticket and seated the child on the train. It was the first time the child was traveling alone. So the mother's heart was with the child. The mother wrote a letter, put it in an envelope, and gave it to the child. She said, "Your uncle will come to receive you at the station, and keep this letter with you. If you feel great distress on the way, then open this letter and read it." The child happily sat in the train. The mother returned home. The child was among strangers. After some time, he started feeling very lonely. He felt a lot of distress. Tears came into his eyes. After all, he was just a child, 8 or 9 years old. Then he remembered that his mother had said, "When you are in distress, read this letter." He took the envelope from his pocket. He took out the letter and read it. In the letter, it was written, "I am sitting in the next coach. Do not be afraid." It was an old train. Each coach was separate from the other. When the child read this, he felt great peace. My mother is in the next coach. There is nothing to be afraid of. He sat calmly. Within an hour, the train stopped. He got down. His uncle met him at the station. The child said to his uncle, "My mother is also here." The uncle said, "Your mother could not come. She gave you the letter." So the meaning of the story is this. Even if you are not physically with the divine, if you remember the divine, then you are still with the divine. You are in truth. If you keep the remembrance of the divine, your life will pass in a peaceful way. The child only felt that his mother was there, even though she was not there. In the form of the mother, the Supreme Divine was with him. The remembrance of the divine, or the remembrance of the mother, wiped away the tears from his eyes, and he traveled peacefully. In our lives also, whatever work we do, if we keep the remembrance of the divine with us, we will not suffer. The best situation is when the child stays with the mother. When one stays with the divine, that is complete surrender. When a person cannot live in surrender in this world, then if they at least keep the remembrance of the divine at every moment, they will be free from despair. That remembrance itself feels as if the divine is with them. That is why it is said, "In whose heart truth lives, in that heart the divine lives." In his heart, In the form of the letter, the divine itself was present. That is why he experienced that the divine was with him. And he was able to travel safely. Even the remembrance of the divine makes life easy and washes away all sins. So the purpose of the story is only this. First, live with the divine and live in truth. If you cannot live as one with the divine, then keep the remembrance of the divine. Even through that, peace will come into life, and there will be no suffering. In whatever way you live, remain in essence of Shiva. Become one with the divine. Only then will awareness develop, and you will become filled with the divine. And this alone is the goal of life. Thank you.